Sairam students, welcome to this session of English grammar. Today we are going to revise tenses. So let's get started. Form of a verb is denoted by the tenses. It also tells about the time of the occurrence of the action. So what is tenses? Tense is a form of verb that describes the relation between time and action. It gives time to the action. Okay, now let me tell you, tenses rules help one understand how to correctly use the different tenses in a sentence without making a grammatical mistake, and also by easily indicating when an event or action has occurred. Alright, so tenses can be divided into three parts. There are three types of tenses which are further divided into four kinds each. So let us learn each of them. Present tense. Now present tense, as I mentioned earlier, each of these tenses are further divided into four kinds each. Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous. Simple present tense. Simple present tense expresses habitual action or general truth. For example, the sun rises in the east. So what is simple present tense? It expresses habitual action or general truth. Another example is I dance daily. Okay. Then present continuous tense. Present continuous tense describes an action in progress or continuity of an action. So it describes an action which is in progress or continuity of an action. For example, she is playing tennis. I'll give you another example. I am dancing at the moment. The next type is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense expresses an action that has recently been completed. Okay, it recently got completed. So what is the example here? They have won the match. I'll give you one more example for this. I have danced for 15 minutes so far. Present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous describes an action that began in the past and is still continuing. Okay, so this action here that began in the past and is still going on. For example, it has been raining since last night. So in short, simple present tense describes habits and facts. Present continuous tells us about ongoing action. Present perfect tense express an action that has recently been completed, and present perfect continuous describes an action that began in the past and is still continuing. Now, moving ahead, the second type of tense, past tense. Simple past tense is used to indicate actions that happened in the past or past habits or past events. So any action that happened in the past or any past event or past habits are indicated by this tense. For example, she met me last year. Past continuous tense indicates an action that was happening during a given period of time in the past. Okay, so here an action that was happening during a given period of time in the past. For example, she was driving a car. She was driving her car. Okay. Perfect, past perfect tense indicates an action that was completed before a definite time in the past. Okay. Now here past perfect tense indicates an action that was completed before a definite time. Okay, before a definite a fixed time in the past. For example, they had attended the function. The next type is past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous indicates an action that began in the past and continued up to a certain point of time in the past. For example, he had been working in the firm for 2 years. So these are the four kinds of past tense. So here, as we learned, a completed or finished activity is described in simple past tense. Past continuous tense describes the action that is ongoing. Okay, that is ongoing, which means that was happening during a given period of time in the past. Indicates an action. Okay, that is past continuous tense. Past perfect tells about the action that started in the past. Past perfect continuous activity is still in progress, which was started in the past. Now moving ahead, future tense, which is the last type. To begin with, simple future, to express what we believe or think will happen in future. So simple present tense will help us express what we believe or think will happen somewhere in the future. For example, we shall win the match. Now, future continuous tense, it will help to indicate an action that will occur at a given point of time in future. For example, I will be meeting him tomorrow. Okay, so here future continuous tense indicates, it tells about an action that will take place, that will occur at a given point of time in future. Example, I will be meeting him tomorrow. The next type is future perfect tense. It describes an action which will be completed at some point of time in the future. Okay, so at some point of time in the future, an action will be completed. For example, they will have reached home by now. Okay, and the last type is future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous describes an action that will be in progress over a period of time and will end in the future. So this action will be in progress over a period of time. Okay, but and when will it end? It will end in the future. For example, I shall have been working for 20 years next April. So with this, students, we come to an end to the explanation part of tenses. We have learned about all three types, and in short, let me tell you about this future tense. Simple future tense tells us about the activity that will happen in the future. Future continuous tense tells about the ongoing activity of the future. Future perfect tense, okay, it tells when the activity has to be completed in the near future, and the completion of an ongoing activity is shown in the future under future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so with this we have come to an end of this topic, but then we will definitely discuss about the questions that was given to you. There are few exercises that we had given to you, and I'm sure students you were able to find answers for them. Let us check. Let us solve these exercise. Fill in the blanks using correct form of tenses. I am busy at the moment. I am working on my computer. My friend knows the answer to this question. At 9 o'clock yesterday morning, we were waiting for the bus. Robert was ill for 3 weeks. He is still in the hospital. I am very tired. I drove for 2 hours. So you can get questions like this, gap filling exercise where you have to fill the correct form of tenses. Okay, you'll get these words in the bracket and you have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of tenses. There are also other types of questions like this. The question might come in the form of a paragraph. Okay, and you will have to complete the same. Let us start with this. At the moment, I am revising English grammar and I have already begun to read the text in my English textbooks again. What do you think? I think I will do 1 unit every week. My exam is on 15th May. So, there is not any time to be lost. If I pass my exams successfully, I will start an apprentice in September. And after my apprentice, maybe I will go back to London to work there for a while. So, you may get questions like this. An entire paragraph is given and you need to fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the words which are given in the bracket. Okay. So, students, prepare well for your exam. Go through the original videos, the first initial videos which were sent for tenses, because those videos are more elaborate. Okay, they have got detailed explanation. Right. Do not limit yourself only to the revision videos. Okay, it's questions may be asked even from the earlier videos of grammar topics, that is clauses and tenses. Once again, let me quickly share your portion with you. Okay, the portion for class 9 is Beehive chapter 1, The Fun They Had. Poem, Road Not Taken. Mormons chapter 1, The Lost Child. Grammar, clauses and tenses. Writing skills, story writing and formal letter. Okay, you need to prepare both. Okay, that is story writing as well as formal letter. Don't expect that there will be an option and I will prepare only for story writing or only for formal letter. Alright. The textual content, please read the textbook thoroughly because any question will be asked from your textbook. All the questions for your exams, the examination paper will be based on MCQ. Okay. So, this is for class 9. Portion for class 10. A Letter to God, Fire and Ice poem, Dust and Snow, again poem, A Triumph of Surgery, which is from the supplementary reader. Grammar topics, clauses and tenses, writing skills topic, story writing and formal letter. Once again students, I request you to go through the original videos, okay, that were given for clauses and tenses, story writing and formal letter, because they have got detailed explanation and questions may come from, it may come from, anywhere, like whatever explanation was given regarding format or regarding the story that was discussed. So it's very essential to get good marks. You read and you prepare yourself